Do you have a problem with crochet where it leaves open spaces or it leaves these bumps on the side? This is technically correct, but doesn't mean you love it. You can leave me a comment on how you feel about that. We can straighten up our edges and we can get rid of all that. And today I'm going to cover single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet to be able to get an edge like this. This particular technique is something that you can know, but usually the designers won't tell you. And if there's a finished sample and it looks really good on the edging, chances are the designer probably has done it, but it just hasn't said so. So one of the techniques that I have to change for myself is that I always rotate this way so that the starting yarn is on the front side of the work. So I have to rotate the other way in order to make it happen for all three ways that I'm about to show you today. So you have to change it the other way so that the yarn is already on the back side to make this happen. Using in single crochet, we will chain up one and then apply a single crochet into the beginning. But this chain one creates that bump that you see. So we want to eliminate that by doing a standing single crochet. So coming right back out with the yarn on the back side, what we need to do is to make sure everything is looking pretty good, and we're just going to immediately stick our hook into the beginning stitch like so. So we're not chaining one, yarning over and pulling it through two. And so we've eliminated that hump that would have appeared on the end, and then you just keep moving along to the end. So what I'm going to do is going to go across and then back to make sure that you understand where you're finishing your rows after you've doing this kind of technique versus the chain one. So at the end of the row, you're just going in, and you've got to make sure that you rotate this in a way that this stays on the back side. So I normally go like this. I'm going to go the opposite direction so that the yarn is on the back. So I'm going to start off my very first one. I don't want to chain, just go right into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, and pull through two. And what I'm doing here is that I'm going all the way across using the same technique. And let's just identify the very last one, and the next stitch is the last one. So you see it kind of looks like a little bit of a ramp, and what I want to do is just go into the end like that. And you see there's no hump any longer. So you just got to make sure you rotate it in a way that the yarn stays on the back side, and then you just immediately do your single crochet in the first and do that. So we're going to move on to half double crochet next. So I'm going to turn my work without doing this technique first, and usually in half double crochet, because I lose count, I usually chain two or I chain one, and it doesn't count as a stitch, and then I half double crochet in the beginning stitch. And this chain work creates that hump on the outside, just like that. So even if you did a chain one instead, chain one and then half double crochet, you're still going to get that extra hump. So when you're ready to do a half double crochet, what we need to do is turn the work so that the yarn strand is on the back. We now need to pull up onto here, just roughly to the height of a half double crochet. If you're not sure, just half double crochet if you get it in your mind on where it is, and that's where you're going to play. And then you're going to half double crochet right directly into the stitch below. And so when you're half double crocheting across, it should roughly be the same height. And I've been crocheting a long time. So it's going to appear better than this, and you have to trust the process, and you're going to half double crochet yourself all the way to wherever you're going. So when you come to the end, you're just going to half double crochet in and turn, and naturally turn so that the yarn is already on the back. And what I want to do is that I want to point out to you that there's a carrying strand that when you pull up, we're going to bury that when we get back across. So let's start a new row and begin. So just pull it up just a little bit taller, and then half double crochet into the first. And this does make that carrying strand that we're going to bury in. And so you're going to half double crochet the remaining all the way across. So when you're getting all the way across, you still have the last one to go, and it's right here. See, this is kind of in the way. So what you want to do is you don't want to move this down and out of the way. You want to move it up and into the way. so that when you half double crochet, it's going to get caught inside that stitch work. Just like that. See, so that you can see it's been carried up and it's going through the stitch and then over. So when you turn your work, just naturally pull it up a little bit more. That's too high. You're going to get your tension in practice and then half double crochet across. So you're getting close to the other side again, and you can see that there's a carrying strand. It's right here. So it's in the way of the last one. So just use it to your advantage and half double crochet into the last one, trapping that carried one into the last stitch like that. And so what you're doing is you're ending up with your strands. So if it's too loose like this, maybe your tension was a little bit loose because that is the carrying strand. So you're just going to get used to doing it. This one's a bit tighter than the last one. And so you just have to get it to be consistent. So let's move on to double crochet. Again, turn it in a way that this yarn is on the back side. We're going to do what is called as a stacked single crochet in order to get the height, because a chain just doesn't look good and it creates an open space on the edges. So what you're going to do is that you're not going to chain one, but you're going to single crochet into the first one. Now you are going to do a stacked single crochet using the vertical bar, very much like Tunisian. So just going into the vertical only, yarning over, pulling it through, and then pull through the two. So there's technically two single crochets that are stacked on top of each other, and now you're ready to double crochet across. So now what you're going to do is just double crochet what you normally would, starting on the very next stitch. And what this is doing is it's eliminating out the side bulge that would happen with double crochet. So the rest of your stitches are all the same going across. It's just your starting implementation is different. Now the last row that is below here is the half double crochet row. So I know that I have to go into that last stitch carrying that traveling strand up with it, and then you can turn your work. So even when you're switching out your stitches, it looks really good. So you just got to get used to turning your work in a way that the strand is on the back, and then begin again. So to begin again, you're going to single crochet in the front, first one. Then you're going to do the stacked single crochet using the vertical bar of the last single crochet that you did. And then pull through two. And now starting in the very next one, just double crochet across. So this is an easy way to change your work. So if a designer says to chain 3 when you're double crocheting across and that counts as a stitch, you can switch it for the stacked single crochet, a stacked single crochet in order to make that happen. And when we look at the original samples, you see this bulging and see this gapping space, it's missing for when you do stuff like that, and it will look a lot more consistent. And so this is a little trick. If you learned something new, please leave me a comment and hopefully give me a like or subscribe.